I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is. Let's go. Yeah!
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised. You don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, falling like a babe.
Back to the stables, girl.
Give me thunder!
Run like the wind. I can't see a thing.
Come, Clive! Let us turn back before we lose our way! Easy does it.
Be safe.
Ready, go?
Have you lost your way already, my boy? The ruins mark the road to the inn.
Thanks, girl. Well, Clive, it looks like you're gonna need an even bigger sword. It should have stayed in its shell.
Who's this blue?
Clive. So, what'll it be? Should last you a good while. That it? Fine.
Good girl. those soldiers were in the inn. Friends of friends. So, Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dallamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehere. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. And ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal?
Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand. I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead's skin, we'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in camera that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly.
It's the outlaw! Take it!
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that! For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Are all your muscles so hard?
I'd be happy to show you.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the Empire, they flat out.
For a measly bunch of dissolved dreams.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it to the villages downstream, before the canyons were lost to beasts and bandits.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts under Cook's trophies.
I need a drink. Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush these days.
What was all that crashing and banging?
My carpets have
Take a sniff, good sir. Fresh. Warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
How about a hot bath to soothe the aches and pains of the road?
Look, Father. This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters, and all under the watchful eye of Lord Cook.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Sid. Sid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Hanging lantern!
Light it, for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you?
Anything I can help. Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest and greatest trading houses of Port Isolde. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading entrepreneur.
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search at one of those.
Thank you. Oh,
no.
Well.
What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
I won't keep you long. I'm looking for someone. A woman by the name of Rosina Dalamil.
Never heard of her. Is that all?
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town, where would you recommend that I look?
Well, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy this side of the strait. The owner's only a young sprig, but he's got all the right ideas.
The Briar's Kiss, you say? Thank you.
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Sid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience, believe you me.
Looks like we're getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Well, it's not like we've got a reason to.
Are you looking for something in particular? Pleasure trading with you. Thank you kindly. Anything else I can take off your hands?
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a long-standing pillar of your community, I believe.
Then you should ask further. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. Try the baths. That's where...
Thank you. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Furder knows.
Sweet incense! Wax candles!
Excuse me. Are you Furder?
I am. Can I help you, travelers?
I hope so. You've lived here for some time, is that correct? Do you know Rosina Dalamil? We believe she may be a trader of some renown.
And what business do you have with the Desert Hare?
She was a close friend of mine. I was hoping she might be able to help me.
Very well. Go to the bordello. I'll arrange an introduction.
Just
Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been sniffing around.
I beg your pardon?
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business and you're likely to lose it.
Who are you working for? Him or her?
Him. The boss. He wanted us to test you.
Though one could hardly call that a test.
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat dragged in.
Your skill with the blade is rare indeed, my lord. A fitting talent for an outlaw.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Light meat and dark. Fresh from the... Yes, they're quite sought after.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. The Briar's Kiss.
Ah, so it was the young sprig after all. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience. How wrong I was.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been years since Sid last saw her. Sorry, him. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a man of means. I'd say he deserves our respect.
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance.
Sid II.
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff.
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalamil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be clear about them, damn you!
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey than with vinegar.
What did you call me?
My apologies. A word of advice in recompense. Follow the crystals. Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this too easy for you.
Ha! It will be easy. Solving his little riddle should be like dealing with him. Child's play. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not drag this parlor game on any longer than we need to.
All right. Good luck, Uncle. I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalamil.
A deposit? For what?
Information, my good man. Now, listen carefully.
Do you have a...
Depends what for.
Just a question. Dalamil seems...
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their heart. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no tomorrow.
Is that so?
The most fragrant herbs needed to a silken softness.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, soldier? Need that sword polishing?
I'm not a soldier.
Oh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the Rock and the men of the Rock only.
You have an agreement with them?
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is buttered. Don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to empty them. No, just leave, will you? Before you scare them off. Do you think they'll be back soon? I need a new dress.
If they pay anything like last time, you'll be able to buy a whole new wardrobe.
Excuse me. Is it true?
You've heard?
I've heard rumors.
Damn thief. Pilfering the crystals that will make us common folk have hardly had a shard, and it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either.
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. He'll probably be back at the inn by now.
Why is the tavern shut?
It's you. What do you want?
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you? Yes, he's upstairs, but...
Thank you.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I had no luck, of course, but my uncharacteristic. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystallized sort.
So the pearl.
I thought they'd ask a small price to pay, but enough about my little act.
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spent. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then and put an end to the trouble.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be... It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Come on.
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I...
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes?
Of course.
Not bad at all. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And, being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them! Kill them both!
Bravo! uncle!
Good! I'm just getting warmed up. Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was... Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly. Buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been and those left behind have been encouraged.
Thank you. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust. I saw you pluck it from...
Oh, dear.
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron...
No. Thank you very much, Greybeard. Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Umia lostelan. Tu isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
Is it true what I'm hearing? The men of the Rock are carting off our crystals for themselves?
I've never even forged a button.
I wouldn't...
Oh, sorry. I'm Saver, soon to be former. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies... I don't suppose you...
I'm afraid...
Never mind.
I could give you a... I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been. So...
Good question. And then there's this little riddle to keep in...
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be... We need information.
You're right. No. There's plenty of folk. There's the butcher. They're bound to have an opinion. All right. I'll talk to every...
All right.
Let's hope there's some...
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I better get to it.
The finest fabrics!
Fresh bread.
Welcome, sir.
A question. I need to know what...
You a blacksmith or something?
Something.
Fair enough. First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem, but give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chopping block.
So a knife that stays...
Plates and pots! Holes and basins!
The baths are, closed for scrubbing. Please bear with us.
All those years of toil.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I...
That depends on the...
I'd have you save my business. The baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalimil wouldn't... I've no doubt that my woes... But I can't go and investigate for fear... I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terrace.
All right.
One, leaving my life...
Silver platters,
hanging lanterns.
Ah, they've opened the gate.
Lubor was true to his word.
Made from the stoutest stone.
kneaded to a silken softness.
Take a sniff,
It would
sir.
make a fine
Carpets have bright.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
You're going to drink my pockets dry.
I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of cookers' trough is when they want to lord it over us.
A 1,000 gil from me.
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from...
Asking for you again, my sweet.
Then see that you stay a little longer next time.
This town is truly blessed. The bustling markets, the healing waters.
Just look at the sweet incense. Wax candle. Hanging lanterns.
Silver platters. Plates and pots. Bowls and basins.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Put a knife with an edge like Odin's razor in my hand, and I'll make short work of any carcass.
Yes, they're quite sought after. Lord Kupka has... similar pieces in his collection.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Won't crack, no matter how rocky the road.
Just look at the detail.
Well, we can make our way back to the Fang now, at least.
What? Sorry, I have a question.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade. Your knife snaps every time you use it. You'll be spending coin as fast as you make it. Time's a hot.
Thank you.
All business, eh?
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
The most fragrant herbs.
The finest fabrics, fresh from the
So, how'd it go? You learn anything useful, or should I be looking for a new trade?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp. But I don't see how that relates to the spirit of Dalamil.
I didn't have much luck either. All the cook said was that he needs his knives to be light. Too heavy and they do his shoulder in.
So we're no better off than when we started. Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything with his... That can't be right. I've bandied enough words with no.
No doubt I have to make a start.
Agreed.
Right. Trouble is, it's meaning someone...
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other, a merchant. I bet she'd know...
Ready, girl? Run like the wind. Straight home now. Any luck?
What I asked? If you're looking to make a knife that will impress a master, they're just not that viable. Featherlight adamantite knives will get passed from generation to generation, but adamantite ore is unique to Ash.
And it's beyond my skill.
Unique to Ash? Are there any materials unique to Dalamil?
So, what are you getting?
You said that Lubor trained you to work iron, but he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife.
If it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get at her mineral deposits. And, if you know the trick, it can be melted down in the furnace.
Bloody hell! I don't suppose you know the trick.
It's hardly my speciality, but...
Look, Clive.
Limestone.
You're right. Do you crush it up?
Well, this is no good.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The finest.
Take a sniff, good sir. Kneaded to a silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your
Well, we can make our way to the Fang now, at least.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Tolmeki and Walud are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. My man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then... I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan. Ready, go?
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
One rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what Sava needs.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now, we can press on.
flames. That explains the heat. Let's cool things down a bit. Let's hope.
Well, this is no good. There was hope.
But I hope.
You are one of the good ones, you know that. You and that merchant both, she's got quite a gift for teaching that one. Now, time to see if limestone is the secret weapon we were hoping for. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalimil. Her spirit, if you will.
It's a fine-looking blade.
I only hope Master Lubor agrees.
That sounds like my cue. And just as well. I was getting tired of waiting.
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the fine people of Dalimil?
I'd like to think so. But what do you think?
What do I think indeed? It's sharp-ish, but it won't last long with hard use. And it's heavy, heavier than it should be. You might not think it just to hold it for a moment, but sell that to a cook and you'll never hear the end of it. It looks like someone paid a visit to the terraces. The limestone was a step in the right direction, granted, but one that still leaves you short of the mark.
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but it's certain. Next question. How much do you think I would...
Well, if it took you even a fraction of the time it took me, I would say you could demand...
And who would be able to pay... The butcher, the hunter. Dalimil is home to humble traders, not rule number one in any business.
Yes, Forge Master.
This, I'd say you're worth keeping around. Starting tomorrow,
I will. What would you do?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute...
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle. The spirit of Dalimil had nothing. Meaning, I had you.
You've passed your test. That's all that matters.
And when I do...
The finest fabrics!
The most fragrant herbs and
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
Here, have a taste.
Plates and pots!
There he
Bowls
is.
and basins!
The man who's... I was hoping the baths...
I'm glad to.
Now, tell me this.
Not what I expected.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures made of flame, eh? That's something new to worry about. But I burdened you with my worries enough already. Here, a small something by way of thanks. Right. It's high time I got back to work. With a little luck, the day might yet be salvaged.